Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry about the glare on the box, but look who we have. It is the Welcome Committee Frankie Stein. So this is a doll that has been leaked for a very long time. Here's the packaging, some artwork right here. Frankie, Welcome Committee, 4+. We have some emojis on the side of the box, on both sides. I did get this doll through, as a replacement for a defective doll. So yeah, that's how I got this Frankie. I did originally have them ordered on Amazon last year, but as you know, they didn't actually end up coming out last year. And from what I understand, the stock pictures leaked really, really early, and they were not supposed to be released until this year. But I do feel like screening-wise, they look like a very early G3 doll, so I don't know. Timeline for this doll feels very strange. And also, they're still in, their Wave 1 outfits over here and not the Core Refresh outfits. So, I'm not too sure. But we have them now. I will say the prototype looks way better than the final doll. But I am pretty excited. This is, a doll celebrating Pride, of course, which I think is pretty cool to see from Monster High. Especially, a Playline doll that's pretty cool, pretty funky, especially in this current societal climate. But anyways, moving on. The box says, as the Welcome Committee leader at Monster High, Frankie makes the new goals in school feel right at home by encouraging self-expression through fashion and friendship. And yeah, there's also a poster that's pretty funky, pretty cool, I think. But without further ado, I'm going to rip this box open for Rage Bait Engagement. Oh, very fun stuff. Let's move it along now, shall we? All right, everybody. So Frankie is officially out of the box, and they actually come with quite a bit of stuff, so much stuff. And so yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what we get. So first things first, we do get a full Welcome Committee poster. And this is pretty cool. You get this really nice artwork of all of the ghouls on it. And that's a full-sized one. But you also get, a mini-sized one. And I'm a little sad because I thought this was going to be, a diary or something. But, yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of fun. I accidentally ripped it a little bit. Trying to get it out of the plastic, by the way. So, be careful. Next up, we do have the little Polaroid purse that we did get with the original Core G3 Frankie, but this time it's in a really pretty blue. I love that. I think the other one's pink, right? So now we have a pink one and a blue one, the flag. But it has a little yellow eyeball lens, some teeth on the bottom, some white goopy details, and then there is this itty bitty little Polaroid here that goes in it with everybody's hands on there. Frankie, Deuce, Cleo, Jackie, Laura, Claudine, and Laguna. No nachos for... That just goes in the Polaroid, by the way. No nachos for Torelli or Gulia. They don't exist around here. Here's the back of it. A little bit of a quilted moment. Oh! And they're dead. Isn't that kind of crazy that, Gulia and Torelli don't get to be involved, but Deuce does? If we're going to involve Deuce, that would imply that we need to involve the rest of the exclusives from, the first round. Oh, also, I just noticed, this is 2023. So, I don't know. Allegedly, they weren't supposed to come out last year. Or, I mean, that's literally what I was told from the designer, so I know they weren't supposed to come out last year, but maybe it just got, pushed back to this year, and they were, at one point, going to come out last year. But, obviously, this doll was designed, a while ago, so there's that. We have this little MH sticker with a pride flag on it. So I think it's supposed to simulate a pin. It would have been really cool if this was a real pin, but I understand budgets and whatnot. But maybe I'll put it on a pin. Oh, that's a good idea. And then it could be its own little, yeah, and then could put resin or something over it so it seals it in there. Yeah. I'm going to put that on my never-ending list of things I say I'm going to do and then never actually do. Sounds great. Then we have this fabulous little pleather jacket. It's Kevin giving, motocross, leather jacket, We have some little decals here, like a little Monster High skullette, a little heart pride with little sparkles, the MH flag, all welcome everybody except Gulia and Torlai, of course. And we have a white pleather on the sleeve with stitch details. That's pretty cool. That print does go around to the back, and this is like a shiny silver pleather, and we have like a zipper detail. This is really good for Mattel Monster High Generation 3. Like, really nicely constructed. All the details are there. We have to stand a little bit, not gonna lie. And then we have the little lightning bolt backpack. Didn't the first one, the core Frankie, come with this as well? Like, this Frankie really wanted to reheat their nachos just a little bit, but this one is done in like a clear glitter translucent plastic. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It has the little charm hanging off with the F and the lightning bolt and oh, a light bulb. And then like a pride like drippy paint moment. So that's pretty cool. Does it open? Yeah, it opens from the top as well. Well, it's just like a slit, but it's literally just the first one. I don't know why I'm acting like it's brand new, but yeah, that's the backpack. And next up, they have a little neon green, like yellow, like highlighter color clipboard that says Monster High Welcome Meeting. There's a diamond and a little heart and a little lightning bolt on it, and it is just like printed on, by the way, like UV printed on. It looks like part of the page is missing. I don't know if that's on purpose or if like Cleo took a bite of it or something, but anyways, it says Monster High Welcome Meeting to-do list, new member intro, which looks to be done, and a snack break. And let's go ahead and just use our handy dandy pin that the doll also comes with to just go ahead and check that off, because if it is one thing that these Generation 3 dolls are gonna do, it's have a snack break. I mean, these ghouls love to eat. Oh my gosh, they are really overcompensating, and the like G1 is too skinny department, like the ED Twitter like inspo, thinspo, like they're like none of that is happening around here. These ghouls eat. They eat a lot. They like snacks because they're just regular ghouls, just like me and you. Sorry, I just think it's hilarious, like that they're so like there's such a huge focus on snacks and food. Like I don't know why. And I guess Generation 1 like had a lot of like funky little snacks and food too, but they just didn't like throw it in your face like Generation 3 does. I just think it's funny. Like I definitely think it's just because, you know, thinspo. All right, and speaking of those snacks, we do have some very real energy coming from Frankie because they come with 3 different energy drinks. We have the Drip Sip with like Draculaura cherries. We have Zip Sip. This is just a lot for somebody with a lisp, by the way. Zip Sip for Frankie and like, you know, the electricity and whatnot. And then if I could just get this in Cleo's hand, maybe. I don't think that's gonna happen, to be honest with you. We do have some Eclipse Sip for Claudine here. So just like me getting up at 5 a.m. to go to work, Frankie is making sure the energy drinks are in great abundance and are ready to be consumed. And honestly, real, very real. Kind of unfair there's not a Cleo one though. Like, hello here. I thought we were dating. So I think it's just a little rude that you have drinks for Draculaura, who's in everything, by the way. That's Cleo's opinion. Not like I really love having Draculaura and everything personally, but Cleo's just, ooh, you know. And Claudine, it's very interesting, you know. I'm just gonna walk away. We also have a variety of chips / crackers to choose from. We have a Frankie themed Watts chip. We have a moon chip, Harvest Moon cheddar for Claudine, and some Boo. Those look like crackers to me, like animal crackers, for Draculaura over there. However, once again, nothing for Cleo. We only have snacks designated specifically for Frankie, Draculaura, and Claudine. If you are anybody else, you can starve. And if you're Gulia or Twirlight, you can just not come at all, by the way. And lastly, we do have a Watsy. I believe this is just like the original sculpt one that they used for like the core Frankie. But this one has this little gay little like scarf. So that's very fun, very cute. They do have blue hair. They probably have pronouns as well. And some yellow eyeshadow. Sorry, y'all. I'm having too much fun this go around. But anyways, they have this creepy little tail as well. So yeah, there's Watsy. I think I called Watsy Watsit in a video one time, and somebody clocked me so hard. But like, be for real. Like, why did we have to change the name to Watsy anyway? It's kind of dumb. But yeah, okay, they're just done for. Let's finally look at the doll, shall we? All right, so looking at this Frankie's face, it's kind of crazy to say, but I feel like this screening almost feels nostalgic already, which is kind of crazy because like G3 is only like 2-3 years old, right? But like just all the Frankies lately have had such different faces from this screening wise. Like we've had Buried Secrets 1 and 2, Scary Sweet Birthday, and then, which, by the way, we should just call it Sweet 1600 again. Scary Sweet Birthday sounds so lame. I'm sorry. Anyways, and then what's the other one? Skulltimate Secrets 6. Was it Hauntlywood Mysteries? Hauntlywood. Just looks so different. And, like, this doll specifically would have looked really cool with this Skulltimate Secrets 6 face. However, I'm sure it didn't exist at the time that this doll was, you know, created, but it would have been really cool and would have really set them off, I think, if they had the sorry, I keep forgetting it's not Coffin Bean, it's Coffee Break Frankie screening. That would have yeah. And I heard like that was a screening mistake, it was never supposed to exist, blah 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 blah. I don't care, it was good, bring it back, please. Even if it's for like a different character, I just think it's so pretty. And I would love to see it. Ooh, could you imagine it on like Draculaura? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, bring it back. Bring that back. Anyways, this Frankie, I feel like mine has a squish head. I could be wrong. I could be crazy. I could be making things up. But their head just looks a little squished to me. I don't know. It's very like flat. Really? Dogs bark. Alright, I think they're done with their nonsense. Anyways, just giving a little break up in here. Just a little flat, just a little stone wall. A little bit of that. But anyways, they are giving very like trans flag colors on the eyeballs here. We do have a yellow yellow's not the trans flag, but whatever. We have a yellow eyeshadow on the lid that goes into a point on their corners of their eyes, the inner corner, with some pink shadow on the bottom, and then some blue shadow on the top right there. That kind of like cat eyes out. Lots of lashes. You know, I do love a good lash. Somebody did point out though that like none of the G3 lashes have any like curve to them. They just kind of jut straight out, and I would love to see a little bit more curvature on these. We do have the thick brow going on here, and then a staple, or not staple, I mean the eyebrow piercing, of course, and a black lip, very, very black, and then some slight little blushing. Very pretty, very pretty. Yeah, I actually do like this face quite a bit though, so yeah, very, very prideful of them. For earrings, we do have this like safety pin hoop spike moment with a lightning bolt in the middle. Pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, they're just silver. Hair, I'm happy to report, is Saran. Love that. Love. We have our, you know, typical white, our little black streaks right here, and then a blue streak. And then it is like braided on the side, kind of right over here. And then there's like this like very, I don't know if I just like, I feel like I may have accidentally taken out the rubber band, maybe? No, I don't think I did. But there's this like loose braid, like they just, Okay, don't know what's going on there. I could be crazy. I could have taken the rubber band out by accident, but if they used black up here, I assume they'd use black down here, and I don't see a black rubber band laying around anywhere. But yeah, this is a cute hairstyle. I do like it, and the braid's fun and cool. For the top, we do have this very gender neutral moment going on here with this little like collared white top with the black pleather tie. The collar is made of pleather as well, but then we have like a, you know, polyester white top with a blue and pink trons moment at the bottom, kind of just like cuffing it off. Looks pretty cool. And that does just use Velcro in the back. I don't know what's going on. Like the discoloration is kind of crazy. You see like the arms, the torso, and the head are all like different colors. Yeah, pretty interesting, huh? And then they do have this like little deconstructed moment going on here with the sleeves, which are like just their own little arm, like warmer moment, I guess. They are like that soft, probably polyester as well, material. Then they just have like a white, pink, yellow, black lightning bolt motif going on here. This would have been cool to see in the trans flag colors as well, I think, you know, since we're giving non-binary tea. That would have been fun. Would have been cool. Then we have this very layered belt here. We have one giant, thick, double-studded belt at the top with a little Frankie Scolette buckle. That's the word I'm looking for. And then there's just like a little simple one, silver. This is all silver, by the way. And then a dropping chain with a lightning bolt. And that's all just one piece. It uses two little clips in the back. And then for pants, we have this like asymmetrical moment going on, you know, because with the leg, it makes sense. I don't necessarily hate the design. However, I think this could have been a little bit shorter. Maybe that would have been cuter. I do like this print, like the black, yellow, pink, blue plaid going on here. I hate that they don't go all the ways down. That's very annoying, but it is what it is, I guess. They are also high-waisted, so we do have some high waters and high-waisted moments going on as here. I also think this would have been better in like a cotton fabric. I don't know. I feel like the pleather was kind of unnecessary for plaid pants. But yeah, that's what we got. We got some pleather. We know we love pliers. Or we love pleather. Also, I'm pretty sure it's like the standard Frankie leg. Nothing new and exciting here. Would have been cool. A diamond, perhaps? No. Anyways, then we have these little like combat looking boots. I want to say like the Monsterista budget doll used these, but I don't know for sure off the top of my head, and I also don't have Monsterista, so yeah. But anyways, it is kind of like it's just a yellow, pink, blue moment going on here, like kind of ombre, spray painted looking, and then it says "Be yourself, be unique," a callback to Generation 1. Super cute. We have the little skelet on this side and the little stitched heart, but it does not say "be a monster" anywhere, by the way. But I do like the white platform here. These are pretty cool, actually. I kind of like these. They have little like nuts up here, and then the black laces. Pretty cool. And then lightning bolts on the bottom. Yeah, and that's Frankie. Oh my gosh. Yay. We're done. All right, everybody. So that is going to wrap up our Welcome Committee Frankie review. I do like really enjoy this doll. $30, you get a lot of stuff for sure. Quality is pretty good. Doll's pretty cute. The message is great. I mean, like all jokes aside, that's just so cool to like have a doll like this, especially in 2025 right now. You know, things are kind of crazy gal. But anyways, let me know, as always, what you think of them in the comments below. And if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe and little break. Follow my socials. And I will see y'all next time. Bye. All right, we seriously have got to have a talk about the energy drink and chip situation. So we're going to go. All right. Okay. Bye, guys.